Everyone thinks you buy an air purifier for the biggest coverage number on the box, but here's the thing: chasing 930 square feet is the wrong game if you actually want cleaner air. Real homes have doors, hallways, cooking smoke, pet funk. What matters is air changes per hour and smart behavior. And that's exactly where the Coway Airmega 250 surprised me. Hold up, it's not a magic whole home machine, but it might be the most quietly effective set-and-forget purifier I've tested this year. Over 2 weeks, I ran it with a particle counter, VOC sensor, sound meter, and a power monitor. The results, not what I expected, in a good way. Before we dive into what I discovered, quick heads up. If you're already leaning toward the Airmega 250, the best current price is linked below. But stick around, because my testing uncovered a few must-knows before you buy. Here's why I needed this. I live in a 620 SQ-FT open living area with 8-foot ceilings, a cat, and a kitchen that loves to announce itself whenever I sear anything. Spring pollen wrecks me, and wildfire season isn't kind either. I've tried cheaper units that promised big numbers and choked on cooking smoke, and I've had a big airflow box that sounded like a shop vac. My hope? Something with real filtration, real-world intelligence, and noise I could live with. The Coway Airmega 250 ticked the right boxes on paper. A hypercaptive system with a washable pre-filter, activated carbon, and a true HEPA filter rated to capture 99.97% of 0.3 micron particles, plus claims of reducing VOCs and odors. The marketing says up to 930 SQ-FT in 30 minutes, a 24/7 air quality indicator, smart mode that auto-adjusts, and a rapid mode for emergencies. I was skeptical but curious. Test 1. Cooking smoke. I placed the Airmega 250 about 12 feet from the stove, left it in smart mode, and seared steak. My particle counter spiked PM 2.5 to 150 microg/M3 within 2 minutes. The Airmega sensed the change, ramped to high within roughly 60 seconds, and held there. Time to clear the room to under 10 microg/M3, 23 minutes. Odor reduction to the point where my partner stopped mentioning it, roughly 35 minutes. Switching to rapid mode shaved a few minutes off, but here's the trade-off on rapid: it's audible, think TV at normal volume territory. On low and medium, it's living room friendly, but then I tried a tougher challenge. Test 2, wildfire haze day, windows closed, baseline PM 2.5 at 45 microg/M3. In my 620 SQ-FT space, the 250 on smart ramped to high and held steady. It brought PM 2.5 to 812 microg/M3 in about 40 minutes and maintained it without oscillating. When I moved it to a 300 SQ-FT bedroom, it was a different story, under 5 microg/M3 in 15-18 minutes. That told me a lot about actual coverage. With an estimated CADR in the mid-200s CFM, you're looking at roughly 5-6 air changes per hour in a 300 SQ-FT room with 8 FT ceilings, and around 3 OC in a 600-plus SQ-FT space. Translation: it can handle big rooms, but for allergy-level cleaning, it's elite in medium spaces. But then came the quiet test. Test 3, overnight bedroom run, room size 210 SQ-FT. I set it 6 feet from the bed, air quality clean at bedtime. Noise on low is whispery. I measured mid-20s dB at 1 meter. The air quality light dims and smart mode slid into what felt like sleep eco behavior. The fan idled when the air stayed clean and only nudged up when my cat decided 3 AM zoomies were a thing. I woke up without that dry, dusty throat, and that rarely happens in pollen season. But here's where it gets interesting. Test 4, VOCs and odors. Cat litter, corner, and onion in the trash special. With my VOC meter, I saw a consistent reduction trend within 20-30 minutes and a notable drop by 60 minutes. Coway's activated carbon filter is doing real work, not just masking. The pre-filter caught a surprising amount of hair and lint in a week. A quick rinse kept airflow strong. Weak spots. If you want app control or voice, this 250 model doesn't have Wi-Fi. The 250S does. Auto mode sometimes lags by a minute after a cooking spike if it's placed too far from the source. On high, it's audible though not harsh, and filter replacements aren't the cheapest, so budget for that annually. My biggest surprise was how little power it used to keep air clean. On smart, I saw 4-6 watts when the room was clean, 12-20 watts on low to medium, and around 60-70 watts on high. Because it detects and adapts, the Airmega 250 rarely needed to blast. It just maintained. That matters for real-world living and electric bills. Second surprise, the consistency. Unlike some competitors that yo-yo between speeds, Coway's smart mode feels purposeful. It climbs, clears, and settles. Compared to a Levate 400 class unit in the same room, the Coway was calmer and quieter on average, while keeping PM 2.5 equally low. Compared to a Blue Air 211 Plus in open space, the Blue Air moves more air at full tilt, but the Airmega 250 wins on noise manners and odor handling thanks to stronger carbon. And about that giant coverage claim, yes, it can circulate a lot of air, but for those of us with allergies or smoke sensitivity, think 300-450 SQ/FT if you want 4-5 ACH. In a big open plan, you'll want 2 units or plan on 3 ACH. Bottom line, the hype becomes reality when you size it right and let smart mode do its thing. At a typical price around $339.15 and a 4.5-star track record, the value is in quiet, reliable, everyday clean, not headline numbers. Now that you know the sweet spot: medium rooms, high consistency, low fuss, grab it before pollen season or smoke waves push prices up and stock down. I've linked the best current deal and the compatible replacement filter below so you're set for the year. Here's the verdict. If you want a dependable, quiet purifier that actually adapts to your life, the Coway Airmega 250 is an easy yes for bedrooms, home offices, nurseries, and mid-size living rooms. Allergy sufferers, pet owners, and avid cooks will feel the difference. If you need app control or voice, look at the 250S. If you're trying to clean a giant great room with 1 unit, consider a second purifier or step up to a higher Cater model. If budget is tight, the smaller Coway Mighty or a Levate 400 class unit can still do good work in smaller spaces. Bottom line, size it right, set it smart, and the Airmega 250 quietly wins your air back.